All right, guys, what the fuck is up? This is Actually, this is not even a podcast episode. I'm just fucking around. All right, so I just came back from San Diego. It's Comic Con Party at Park. You know what I'm saying? Shot some photos, and I want to do a little reaction, right? So first off, I'm going to show you like how I made a couple of photos that were almost perfect to be MOA style photos into a photo that is MOA standard, perfectit. You know what I'm saying? I just made that word up. I don't speak a lick of French. All right. I'm gonna get that low up and you motherfucker. All right, cool. So let's go to Photoshop. Okay. Now, we're gonna take a look at this photo right here. It is this one. So as you can see here, we have the Sony. The fuck are all those letters? What the fuck? Look, the Sony that I have is the A7R2. I'm fucking get it right. Guys, this is my ad for Sony, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the if you cannot afford a A7R3 and you also don't want to get an A7 or a big ass camera like the Canon 6D Mark II. I don't know if they are Mark III yet, but I think they discontinued that line. The main flagship camera of the Canon line is the Canon R5, right? If you cannot afford to get any of those, or also if you do not want to get a bulky ass motherfucking camera, I suggest you get the A7R2. It's not as good, but it's just as good. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I got the set. So quick explanation for this is the fact that this is a crop sensor lens. So if this was a 2.8 f-stop, it would be fucking perfect. But it is not. It is a 18 to 135 millimeter, 3.5 to 5.6. So it is pretty good. It gets the job done, but it's not that good. Like it's not as good as what it needs to be. All right. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I Spice dropped their new album, so fucking excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to smoke some weed. I'm about to smoke some weed to that shit, man. I've been good. I've done all my last modules. I've done my video. You know what I'm saying? All right. So the problem with this photo right here is that I got one of the photographers. I was like walking around and I was like, look, I need you to take my MOA style photos. So I need you to be in this far away, crop sensor, you to make sure that I fit into the frame and it looks candid. Okay. He made the suggestion of like shooting like perfect arch, but we got what we got. You know what I'm saying? So this one will be perfect if my neck was not sticking out like that. And he was farther away. So it's cropped, right? Doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? This is why full frame cameras are important because you'll take a good ass photo, really good photo with a crop sensor, then you have to crop it because it doesn't fucking fit. You know, you chop it down to 4/5 or like 16/9, right? And it doesn't fit. You know what I'm saying? So boom. All right. This picture is almost good enough. Okay. This one, I could get there, right? But you have the VIP guy here. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the back foot on this one is perfect. We got full frame, right? It's almost perfect, but this is cropped. And then the front foot of this one is perfect. Okay. So what we're gonna do we're gonna combine all three, right? Like when you got all these vegetables and you got like maybe kubo magi, one of these little cubes that you put in the makes a soup, and then you got some chicken left over, you just put that shit in the fucking pot and you fucking melt that shit. And you go make some soup. Well, at least that's how my mom does it. Um, she makes it. She knocks it out of the park every single fucking time. I'll tell you that. I think she hits flow state when she's cooking because sometimes she just throws a bunch of shit together and she never misses ever. Like I make a smoothie and I'll add like some kale or like celery or some shit, and I'll add like a little too much, and then it doesn't taste as good. So but my cooking is pretty good. All my exes can tell you that it's good. Not my smoothies have failed sometimes, but my cooking, I don't have a single girl or a single family member that's been like, man, you really fucked up the rice or like the chicken or the peas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no complaints. All right. I'm a five-star Uber black. My great grandfather was like 50% black, so that makes me 5% black. Black metal and I'm black, you know what I'm saying? What's up? I'm trying to make black metal cool. Um, I had a thought about it. I was like, man, how do you make something uncool cool? It's the same thing as a girl, like a hot girl with big tits wearing like a Guns N' Roses shirt. So I was like, I'm gonna do that. All right. Not get big tits, but have some social proof, right? So we put the shit into Photoshop and we combine these photos. So one of the easiest ways to first do this, I think it's called like double exposure, right? Like when you create a double exposure image, like you do the same thing, you know. So like this one's kind of right. All right, So you copy the layer and then you drag it and then turn down the opacity a little bit, right? So you adjust it, then you create a mask. Every MOA guy, please learn how to use the camera. Like at least the basics, like frame the shot. You know what I'm saying? Like frame the shot. Okay, fuck that. You don't know what I'm saying. That's what I'm explaining to you right now. You need to learn how to frame the shot. Okay. So if you're dealing with a crop sensor, you need to take step like 2 steps back, like big steps. If you're short, like 5'3", then you might have to take like 6 steps, but you get my point, right? Now, yeah, you just adjust it. You make sure that it's candid, right? So candid shot, you tell the guy, hey, make sure that as I'm walking through this thing, that I look like I'm like something's caught my attention and just or show him a picture and be like, hey, I kind of want to look like I'm going through this hallway like this. Frame it like this. Don't worry about the guy. I'll Photoshop him out. So cool. Yeah. So, I just got a mask and then I just adjust properly, right? So my neck was all kind of fucked up. You can see here the guy. I removed him, some AI, and then this foot was like kind of awkward. So I just replaced it with the foot that looks less awkward, right? Looks like I'm doing like the step, I'm stepping, half step. Same thing with the back foot. This is like the picture. This is the picture with the good back foot. Like it's like a half a millimeter like touching the ground. So, you know, and then my neck, my back. See, it looks pretty good. So high status photo, guys. There you go. You know, and then I use Face App. I had to use another filter, and it actually looks really good. Like I added a little bit of warmth. I just accentuated my jawline. I gave myself that Hollywood hunter look, you know. You put yourself on FaceApp. It makes you look a couple years younger, but if you're younger, it makes you look more serious. I did some of those tricks, you know. And then I don't know if it's necessary to share this, but okay, so Ty Lopez says that when you get a tattoo, especially for women, that you could sense that they are impulsive emotionally, right? Because to even girls will be on TikTok, they'll be like, I just got broken up with and I need to get a tattoo. It's tattoo season. I'm like, tattoo season? You're 5'5". Like, there's only so many tattoos that you can fit on your body. What do you mean it's tattoo season? The fuck? Anyway, so I planned out all my tattoos. I looked at a bunch of photos and I was like, look, how do I look if I'm sitting down, if I'm walking, if I got a cigar in my hand, if I got a drink in my hand? Like, this is gonna look off. Is my finger like, can you see the tattoos on my fingers? Like, if I have a goblet, like, can you see if I have my camera, can you see like what tattoos can you see and which ones can't you see, right? So I was very, very conscious, photo aesthetic wise to make sure that all my tattoos are, you know, photo appropriate, you know. And they were the tattoos that I wanted, right? So they always look symmetrical, right? Are we recording? Yes, we are. Okay, cool. All right, so this is how you create a high status photo. And that doesn't work. Okay. Let's react to some other photos. Okay. It is 5 a.m. and I just came back from San Diego. So I'm either gonna crash out really badly tomorrow, or you know, it is what it is, right? It's not working. Oh my God. Fuck. All right. So I got this WD passport. It's 8 terabytes. Terabytes. I'm going, the fuck am I Canadian? 8 terabytes. You got to plug it in. So these memories, you got to plug them in. And since I don't want to have that burden of carrying a gigantic memory thing, plugging into the fucking wall the fucking time, I got this one, 1 terabyte. Crazy how technology is, right? Like before, if you wanted to get a terabyte cell phone, it probably would have had to be a laptop this big. And now you can just get a phone with a terabyte. This doesn't have a terabyte, it's half a terabyte. Also, the case, sponsored by Suru Media. Discover innovation. It has a what? If you go to the strip club or a nothing but heels party, and they say, look, you can't take pictures. You just shut that motherfucker off. And it's got a pretty, wait, hold on. Okay, so you know the scene where they open the suitcase in Pulp Fiction? They just go, what the fuck? So you just fit all your cards in here. I got 4 cards, right? So your 2 credit cards and your like ID and then like maybe your hotel passkey. Fuck Ridge Wallet, Discover Innovation, sponsored by me. SunDisk as well, right? So if you have a phone, you're doing interviews and stuff, you have your little adapter, right? And then as soon as you're done with your event, you download them to your drive. So then when you go to the next event, like if you're doing immersion, or if you're somebody that does just running a lot of events and shit, and you don't want to buy iCloud, but sometimes you have a shit ton of photos and videos, and then you want to back them up and then put them on your drive. Well, if your internet's not that great, then have good luck. Good luck downloading that shit because it's fucking pain in the ass. Fucking motherfucking shit. All right. So let's react to a couple photos. All right. See if this shit is working. Hold on. Quit WhatsApp. Quit Photoshop. Oh wait, I can't quit Photoshop. Just quit these. So- All right, so let's react. Hold on. All right, here we are. There we go. We're back again, back again, back again, back again. Hey, make black metal cool again. Honestly, I don't even give a fuck. Just like some people like comic books, like I think metal's like cool shit. Whatever. But but the main people that consume are in the crowd of like avant-garde metal, alternative rock, emo rock. It's always like the uncool people, you know? And it's like, unfortunately, we're not in the 80s anymore. So everybody that's like uncool is like fat now. So it's like even more uncool. Because you could still be uncool, but you know, everybody in the 80s was like lean. You've seen those old pictures of people on the beaches of California in the 80s. You're like, man, your face is ugly, but if your body's like lean and like 20% body fat, the fuck cares, right? Like you get a girl and her face is mid, but she's not fat. Like most women were not fat back in the 80s. It's like, you know, you can deal with that, right? Like, sure, she has a big ass fucking nose, you know, maybe you marry a Jewish girl, right? Or a girl that's like half gypsy or some shit, or like Lebanese, like some of the Lebanese girls that have big noses. Um, she's a rocking body, you know, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it depends on what kind of man you are, right? So if you, my parents are doctors, and then some of my family members are like architects. So I look at the human body from a just like not like material way, but it's as a structural components, parts. I'm like, okay, you know, I got love for different shapes and sizes, you know what I'm saying? That are under the BMI of 25%. Very important. Also, I want to say, Starfire. We have Starfire right here performing fellatio on a lightsaber. So if you ever had the fantasy of Star Wars and you're a little kid and pretending that your lightsaber is a dick, well, here you go. All right. We got this guy, Darth something. No idea what this is. We got Catwoman and Catwoman, right? It's like Catwoman when she's about to rob Bruce Wayne, and then Catwoman from like the comics, right? If you've ever played Arkham City, I think she wears this. So let's look at the jewelry right here. What is this? There's some Art Deco, maybe like Egyptian influenced jewelry. I've never seen this kind of pendant before. It looks like a snake or something. She looks white. I don't know if she could look, if she was like Egyptian, I would be like, oh, this kind of looks Egyptian-ish, you know. Just going for that theme, you know. But then we got this like slab of rhinestones or fake diamonds, I guess. Look pretty cool. This mask is pretty good too. Ooh la la. All right, so this might actually been the hottest girl at the party, which is saying a lot. She was cool though. This guy was a cool MC, right? So yeah, this guy recording with the iPhone. I think I have this flash right here. Pretty good little intimate environment, right? Dude, this Joker guy right here, he made the laugh. He made the laugh. And I was slightly uncomfortable. Like I got slightly uncomfy and I was like, bro, what? You're lucky we're in Comic Con because if you made that laugh and you lived like above my unit, I would have been like, "Though, get me the fuck out of here!" Like next week, I'm gonna hear about somebody being found in the fucking freezer. You know what I'm saying? Like a midget being found in the freezer, or whoever that guy was that he killed in his apartment. Then we got this guy wanted to take a picture with these girls. So I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, well, an MOA, gentlemen, example of a low status photo. This is the equivalent of taking the photo with the red cups at college at a frat party mixer while you and your boys are wearing Alpha Theta shirts that are neon green and y'all look drunk as shit and bloated as shit from drinking not Coronas because they're the nice beers, but Coors Lights. This is the equivalent of that. Okay. We got a fucking pothead. What the fuck is this? The fuck is this shit? Pothead. It just came to me right now. Like I was looking at the photo and I was like, the fuck is this shit? Like, why is he wearing a fucking pot on his head? Like, dude, he dumped in his apartment, he dumped the plant out, dirt and soil and everything. And he's like, let me just wear this shit. I was like, all right. It could have been Hercules from God of War 3, but he didn't have any tattoos or he didn't have the gauntlet or the boots, the Roman sandals. So I assume this is pothead. Pothead. How would you even introduce that shit? It takes a pothead to know a pothead. You know what I'm saying? Okay. These girls were nice. I love San Diego girls because like this one of these girls, I think she's studying to become a teacher, and then the other one is exercise medicine. So like you'll get a lot of models and even porn stars in LA. And then like most of the women in San Diego are like athletes, volleyball players, surfers, fucking pickleball or whatever, tennis, and they all study something like medicine or pilots or nurses or but they're much more education driven. I mean, nurses are still toxic as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Highest divorce rate, hmm, you know. But they got that like more natural beauty. So if you like that petite body type, like San Diego's a little bit more for you. Like like these girls are kind of my body type a little bit, you know. I'm fucking lying to you, bro. I like different girls for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking care. All right. Let's do this photo right here. I dared my friend to punch. Actually, she wanted to. She was like, I want to punch this man in the face, and I want you to take a photo of it. And that's how this came about. That's really it. Then we got Mr. Michael Sartain with the models. This is before FaceApp, by the way. So, little gray hair. Some of the smiles are not as like smiley, like or everybody's kind of like looking a different direction, right? So this is why you edit here first. This is a backup, but I have no idea why this camera does like this little square division thing. What was that? A pixel? What the fuck is that? And then I took 45 minutes to hike this shit. I went on the hard side, like the hard non-trail side, and then I got over here. And yeah, Hollywood sign, baby. Dude, LA is so fucking big. It's crazy. It's crazy. You try to explain it to your family members that live in a small town in like fucking Zimbabwe. I'm not black, but like I'm from Ecuador. But if you were like from Nigeria, Lagos, or fucking Zimbabwe or some shit, or even like Jordan or like Israel or some shit, you'd be like, oh yeah, you think your city's big? Like you think that London is big? Like 10 million people live here. This is like three Medellin's, bro. Like three Londons. Like just think about Lima and multiply that motherfucker by four. And then you get this shit. Yeah, LA, bro. LA, baby. All right. Um, kind of deleted most of the photos on this shit. So let me. I had no idea. I had no idea I even got this photo. I forgot I was using. I forgot I used the camera. I used it for like 10 minutes. I got this photo. I forgot who this chick is too. It's like a very artsy photo too. Toyland. I gotta post some of these, man. Some of these girls look really, really good. I forgot who this is, but she looks really good. Mhm. These like exaggerated shapes are coming back into fashion. Um, because like the 2000s was so the 2000s fashion is very, very influenced by like the 1920s French fashion. That's why like all these like ugly colors, like people wearing Ugg boots and shit, like they look like hippies, but not really. They used to wear like the big necklaces with like the rhinestones and shit. I think that's called Art Nouveau. So that's influence from this like one French style in the 1930s because everything just cycles. So like all this fashion is kind of a mix of Art Nouveau with Art Deco, which is like these extravagant shapes, right? Figures. So that's why you see them play a lot with geometry, and then you have like these big sleeves and shit. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't know what I'm saying. How? Yeah, and that's why she has like the cutoff at the hip. You put a fucking gun in there, holster, put a 22 in that shit. Like, what? You have no pockets. What do you do? You know, a leopard print dress. You know, this is cool. This is like the speed sign. This is the speed, the acceleration mechanism in Mario Kart. What makes you go and fly and shit. This is that. Pretty cool though. This is the lines that are glued onto the pavement when you're driving home. So it lights up. The reflectives. Kind of looks like that. It's kind of see-through though, you know. Yeah, this is like a play on geometric shape, but they're trying to give him more volume to accentuate hips. So this girl's very skinny, so it makes her hips look a little bit bigger, you know. Okay, guy. Nice, cool. Got Dominican girl model. She's pretty cool too. We got dude, I look like a fucking like vampires and shit. I look like Lucifer from the show Lucifer. A little bit. Forgot who this is. She's pretty cute. Hey, we're trying to get a sugar mama. Somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, a lot of Art Nouveau, a lot of like uh playing around with like geometry, but it's still very flowy, you know. It's like Art Deco is very stiff geometric shapes, right? So like we have the very stiff shoulder pads that go down. Art Nouveau is like flowy, like sometimes you add the pop in color, sometimes you have like the faded, that ugly ass yellow wallpaper color, which is ugly as fuck. So, you know, summer like trying to pop in neon fuchsia colors. So it's like a lot of flowy shapes right here, you know. I don't know what it is about the sheer shirt, bro. This shit looks whack as fuck. All right, that's it.